So we're back on the Dokfan Wiki talking about another card, and it's going to be a Triumphant Evolution Super Vegeta. And his leader skill is Physical Type 3 key and 77% across the board, and an additional 23% of the stats goes to Super Class. So if you're super physical, you're getting 3 key and 100% across the board. So obviously that's bad, but I would say it's creative nonetheless. And the super attack, that being Atomic Blast, he causes supreme damage to enemy and greatly lowers their attack with a 30% chance to stun. And his passive, that being Power Beyond the Prince, he activates interest animation once only, and he gets 178% defense as well as 10% damage reduction, and intercepts enemy attacks for one turn from first appearance. And he starts out with 2 key and 178% attack and defense at the start of turn, and he also gets 78% attack and defense when key is 9 or more, as well as additional 100% attack and defense when performing a super attack. Nice. And he gets an additional 10% attack and defense for every attack performed or received. Is that infinite? Because it says for every attack performed or received. Is that infinite? It doesn't. I would assume that's within the same turn. I'm going to assume it's within the same turn. And as well as 40% damage reduction, unrestricted. And his link set is Super Saiyan, Royal Lineage, Prodigies, Soul vs. Soul, Saiyan Pride, Shocking Speed, and Shattering the Limit. And his categories are as shown, and these are his stats. So I'm going to assume he's like a banner unit. He's giving like, I don't know, like 2022 banner unit vibes, in my opinion. Okay, so what is good about this guy? He does get up to 50% damage reduction, as well as, and he also gets the aggro too for one turn. He gets up to 50% damage reduction, and he intercepts all attacks to him for the first appearance. He gets 100% attack and defense performing a super attack in his passive, and is that about it? That's probably about it. Because outside of him having 40% damage reduction from the turn past his interest animation buffs, he's pretty much all stats. Yeah, he's pretty much all stats. And I'm going to assume this 10% attack and defense, each attack performed or received, is. I'm going to assume this is within the same turn. I'm going to assume it is, because it doesn't specify it. So assuming that, wow. Okay, yeah, this guy doesn't seem all that crazy. He doesn't seem all that good. Not gonna lie. For starters, he doesn't get an attack and defensive buff when he's performing his super attack and his super attack effect. He, bro, this card almost has nothing. I'm going to assume he's like a banner unit for like a Dokkan Fest, and it's like giving 2022 vibes. I do like the art though, for sure. Yeah, it's like after that first turn, all he really has is this. Yeah, that's all he really has. Is this. The 2 key and 178% attack and defense at start of turn, as well as the 78% attack and defense when key is 9 or more, as well as the 100% attack and defense when performing a super attack, and the 10% attack and defense for every attack performed or received. So he's practically raw stats outside of his 40% damage reduction. Even with his 50% damage reduction, for newer content, he can get crushed. 100%. That 50% damage reduction is not saving him, but that's 178% defense. Yeah, this guy is not good. This guy's not good, man. Is this like an older, like, Dokfan Wiki card? It can't be. Like, are these, like, newer? These... Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. Who's next? SR Goku. Baby Vegeta. Is that an end of Z Goku? I can't tell. Probably not. Let me see. I couldn't tell because of low gi. It isn't. Okay. 2020. Okay. Yeah. And this guy's SSR. Yeah, where he lowers attack. 50% attack at the start of turn. He has 70% damage. Now, he doesn't start with any defense, but he has 70% damage reduction? I don't have much more to say. Um, I the things I'm gonna say that I like about this card is I like his card art. I do, although his leader skill is obviously trash, I like the creativeness of his leader skill. I've never seen this type of leader skill before, where if you're a super class, or if you're a super physical character, you're getting like it's like a 200% type leader skill slash 220% type leader skill where they're getting a specific amount of stats with their set stats, like 3 key and 77% across the board, and need 23% of the stats. I don't have much more to say here. Yeah. So good things about this card. I'm just gonna reiterate it. The fact that he's getting an attack and defensive buff when he's performing a super attack inside of his passive, as well as him getting up to 50% damage reduction, and intercepting attacks to him for that first turn. Outside of his first turn, he's pretty much raw stats. Yeah, his entire kit is just raw stats with up to 50% damage reduction and the attack aggro. But then that turn onwards, he's pretty much a sitting duck. There's not much to this card. This card's garbage. I don't know. Yeah. Shout out to you, Super Kaioken Goku Extreme. I'm sure I've read better cards by him before. I'm sure I have. Yeah, him not. I don't know. This card's buns. Um, I appreciate you guys watching. You guys are the best. Can't really say too much about him. And I'll catch you guys next video. And I absolutely love you all. This will be a nice, short and sweet video. It's around 6 minutes right now. Usually, I don't really check the time like that, but as of late, I've been checking the time. But yeah, join the 24/7 Discord server. Link is down below in the description if you guys join today. And that is all. Peace.